Hello everyone, welcome to your weekly angel numbers reading. So I'm going to do the angel numbers. I'm going to use one card each with an angel number to get the message. And maybe this week we'll do charms kind of after the message as sort of like an action item for that message. Maybe we'll do it that way. I do timestamp below, so if you just want to skip ahead to each of the messages, feel free. Otherwise, I'll start shuffling here and we'll see how many messages the angels want to provide us this week. Let's see. I don't really come into any reading with any kind of layout or format in mind. I just kind of go with whatever they want here. Kind of poking through here for some reason. Let's see. How are they going to do the messages this week? I'm only feeling 4, so we're going to do four angel numbers for the week. Room 12-4. All right, let's get our additional cards here for the messages to go along with that. We're doing 4 cards. They're both kind of coming out together like the angel cards did. So maybe these first 2 are kind of connected in message. And then do the other card. Do one more card here. Ooh. So that flew into the charms, and I was saying that the charms were for action items. I don't know if you can see that the Queen of Swords are in there in terms of taking action this week. Look at you, ready, right? You're ready with everything you need. Your intuition, the tools you need, your posture, your poise, ready to conquer this week coming up. Okay. Maybe that's the message. Get ready to conquer this week coming up. So I do like that it landed in the charms bowl. Like I said, the kind of action items. I was going to use the charms for the action, and there you are taking action. Okay. So we just want the charms that are going to give you the advice you need, the suggestion, the hint, the kind of action item, what next steps, how to prepare, what to prepare for. I was going to comment on my finger twitching there, but with the movement here, because I do want to confirm that I don't move my fingers. That was the angels kind of kicking my finger out of the way there to let the charms fall. So we got quite a few here on the first one. Love, passion center, manifestation, both social cards came down here. This is my more niche group, tighter group, and then this is sort of a larger social gathering. And then we have both turtles out. We got the large turtle with direction, and we have the smaller turtle here with my kind of celebration charm. Okay. Let me just take a timestamp since this weekly reading is a little bit more different. Maybe I can move the camera too. Sure, everything's on. Camera here for everyone. I don't know why that one seems a bit blurry. There we go. Okay. All right. So, bit of a 5-minute intro there. So thank you to everyone that likes to hang in, kind of go through everything with me. I'm going to start with the card that flew into our charms here. As I was saying, this was all about action, taking action. I had asked for the angels to use the charms today as your action items. But I love how prepared we seem here, or how prepared the angels want us to get for this week ahead, right? Got her protective gear on, covering all her vital organs. So sort of healing too with the blue and the green, so emotional and health healing. Then we have her tools, whatever she needs. So sword if you got to cut cords this week. So you have a very clear path, very clear direction here. It almost feels like the two of cards, right? Kind of going through, you're choosing to take this path. So maybe coming into this reading, or sort of before you kind of sat down and came into this reading, you may have thought to yourself, like, this week I'm gonna conquer this week. I'm ready to conquer this week. Because I'm getting that sense of preparedness there. Excuse me, I don't know why I'm getting suddenly getting all choked up here. I don't know why. Okay, we'll pop into the first card here with the charms. I'm going to do angel number first, I think, this week to see how the additional messages and the action items play into this number, into this theme. So we're starting off with infinity. Wow, what a place to start. What a beautiful card. Yeah, maybe I should be holding it in the light for all of you. It's getting darker when it comes up to the camera. Infinity. Okay, let me get the message. I like how it's pulling me up to sort of this graphic up here. I don't know, to me it looks like PG page, right? Turning a new page, turning the page. With this preparedness message that we have. I want to take this off camera. Okay, infinity. You're holding the key. Didn't I just say you had everything you needed here? Limitless doors are about to open. Bask in the infinite potential that is shining down upon you. Balance is restored, consciousness opened, inspiration peaked. Get ready for something truly transcendent. Affirmation, I fully trust in my limitless power. Well, no wonder they threw this card out. And I've positioned it over infinity, kind of embodies the entire sentiment of that card. Being prepared, getting ready. You have everything you need to kind of head out forward here. Sorry, I'm just taking my note because it's not a clear number. It's the infinity symbol. So these are our action items. So we'll put them up there and we'll talk about those last. So infinity. Ooh, look at you, triumph. And it says right in the infinity card that you're getting ready to succeed. You have everything you need to succeed. Look at you here. You're ready, right? You're ready to tackle this week for sure. Look at the power of manifestation that she's executing here. She's in full control. She knows exactly what she wants. Again, I don't know if all of you kind of sat down today, yesterday, end of last week, and were like, I know exactly what I'm doing with my week coming up. There's sort of this, I have this feeling of change. Like, I don't know if last week we were feeling like we didn't do our best to achieve everything we wanted to achieve, or maybe we got delayed or pulled aside and helped others. But I feel like our to-do list is going to get conquered this week for sure. So here's the power of manifestation. It also means endless possibilities, limitless possibilities. So we have that on infinity, which means, you're going to have all the right answers this week. And there's no single right answer either. There's going to be more than one way for you to tackle something, to conquer something. So keep that in mind with your power manifestation here, your creativity, the orange, your creativity, your innovation, your ability to resolve issues, find solutions. It's kind of at its peak right now. Then we have X marks the spot. And they were pulling me down to this red flag. This is my fire charm. This is a warning about aggressions, feelings of anger, frustration, etc. So I'm going to put this on on the red flag, which is probably the angels just saying, watch out. You're so determined this week. Watch out on, aggravating yourself, making yourself upset, being angry with self if you don't conquer everything you want to conquer this week. That's okay. And then with the hearts, we have looking for fulfillment. So that could just simply be fulfillment in conquering the to-do list, right? That makes us happy when there isn't something left unaddressed. So it looks like you're focusing in on that. You're going to focus in on that one kind of aspect there. And then with this charm, this is all about finding balance. And that's pretty much what we saw here in the first card, right? You're starting to regain your balance. You're making all the right decisions for self. The love, you're putting yourself in the center of your world, and you're making sure you're finding balance. That's a beautiful message here to start off with. First card, action items. Keep manifesting, keep your creative juices flowing, and don't get upset with self or others this week. For the tips there. Okay, let's go into card number 2 here. Wasn't even turning it on camera. Helps if I pay attention, right? Take notes and pay attention to you all. Achievement, and what we've already been talking about. Even before I started looking at the angel numbers, we were talking about conquering this week. Look at the beautiful intuition as well. Coming back to what's right? You know what you need to get done. You know what you want to do. You know what's going to give you that sense of achievement. So let's see how it relates to these 2 social groups. Okay. 2134. Hold up. Take a second right now to appreciate all your efforts thus far. The angels are saying, don't get upset with self. Watch your emotions there. You pour your entire self into your passions, which we see, and it's commendable. Still, sometimes you need to remember to give yourself a pat on the back. This is a sign that all the work you put in will reap amazing rewards and bring a lovely sense of fulfillment. Just remember to practice gratitude and celebrate your talents along the way. Affirmation. An attitude of gratitude brings me closer to my desires. So I wonder if these social groups are forms of sort of that universal rewards this week for your work, or these are going to be opportunities for you to showcase your talents, right? Just to show off here. So you have opportunity within a smaller group. This could be your immediate family. This could be an interest-based group, or this could be your tighter group of close friends. And then this is sort of the larger group, an event, the office space, the neighborhood, the community, a larger social gathering. So you have opportunity here in 2 different social settings. to either receive reward or show off talent. So let's see. Ooh, well, we got financial kind of gain, material changes here, right? So this could be opportunity as in right place, right time to make a new connection that's going to open these doors for you. You might be the one opening the doors for them. That might be your role in this, right? That was your achievement. Now you've been promoted to manager and you get to build your team, right? So achievement for you, and the reward is building out your team. Oh. Look at the intuition. And when this card came over, I said, your intuition, your creativity, your intuition is like all-time high this week. You have a good sense of direction. Even with that pause message, right? Pause and reflect. Look back. Look at everything you achieved. Look at you. This is like history passing, time passing, right? Here's all the ladders you had to climb. You started here and now you're up here. So interesting to see what kind of social opportunities you have this week, what kind of connections you're going to come across, and how your rewards and achievements are going to unfold for you here this week. Okay. Message number 3. Awaken, number 11. Sorry. For some reason today it's harder to take my timestamps and read for you all. Number 11, awaken. This feels connected back to the message of the passions, right? Passion was starting to come out here. I don't know if you're starting to, this week there was a lot of messages in my readings about living more authentically and kind of being successful at that. But as I was going to put the cards back, I'm kind of drawn into these like 2 little stars here. Usually these are like wishes when I have my star charms. These are like wishes coming true. So I wonder what you're attracting to yourself here. What kind of fresh start maybe? Something here. Okay, let's get the message. Maybe that's why there's my fireworks charm here, my celebration charm. Kind of celebration. Number 11. Align your values with your goals. This is a reminder that you are a powerful cosmic being, capable of incredible growth and vibrancy. Are you living a purposeful life? Yeah, didn't I say authentic you? Are your actions in alignment with your higher self? Never forget, you alone hold the keys to your future. We're coming back to the first message here. You have the tools. I hope some of you aren't self-doubting this week, because you shouldn't be. Look at the cards that they start off with, these champion cards. Affirmation. Prioritizing myself is healthy and essential. Wow, we saw that here. We saw you making that decision. So you are starting to live more authentically, be true to yourself, follow your purpose. So no wonder you're starting to attract in some wishes here. For some reason I thought I forgot to do the 2 other charms there. Okay. So as I was saying, kind of reading up to this point, my little bow tie charm here, I always read this as like a firework going off, kind of a explosion, but like a celebration explosion. So I don't know if this is just the angels celebrating that you're living more authentically, you're awakening more and more, getting in tune, right? You're getting more and more in tune with your soul purpose, your alignment. But here's the start of something new. Heading off on sort of starting your new journey here. I don't know if that's what this work this week is setting you up for, framing you up for. This is also a new connection, opportunity of a new connection, which maybe is coming out of here. So the action item really is, with your newfound awareness, right? The celebration of your newfound awareness. Go ahead and celebrate that. But be open and willing to maybe make a new connection, share that new knowledge you've gained, or maybe it's these two things you're attracting in, these two kind of fresh new starts, new journey. Okay. Interesting. They both have a similar downward look here, right? They both have a similar sentiment. Both cards are extremely emotional, blue hues. I don't think these are the action items. I think this is where you were, stagnant, not moving, overwhelmed with emotions or thoughts in your headspace, overthinking a situation maybe. Because look, emotional, your creativity is down here, but somehow you put in the work and you woke yourself up here, right? The celebration, this is no longer where you're at. You're here. You're prepared. You're manifesting. So you pulled yourself out of this. Maybe it was a period of heartache and loss that has come to an end. Maybe there's a little bit of sky here. Maybe there's a little bit left for you to work through emotionally, but down here you're wrapped in this creativity. You're wrapped in pink as well. Love, creativity, like I said, your aura is changing, right? You're awakening. Your aura is changing. You're shifting. So you've done some emotional work. Maybe that's the new knowledge that I'm seeing here that you've already gained. So not really an action for you other than be willing to go ahead and have this fresh start. The decisions you've made as it relates to you working through this period were the right ones for you. You did nothing, you haven't made a bad decision, put it that way. You're going in the right direction. Truth, 99, truth. We're going from first number to last number, right? 1 to 9. 99. We're also coming back to your intuition. A lot of personal growth here. A lot of this week is all about self, knowing your purpose and following through on that. Charging forward with this newfound purpose, this newfound sort of belief in self, awareness of self, love of self. What a beautiful thing. Truth, 99. This is a sign from the universe to pay attention. The forces you feel may be attempting to guide you to a better understanding of yourself and your purpose. I just said that. You have a good understanding of self and purpose. Or the work you've put in has been developing that. It often turns up during periods of intense personal development and growth, especially when it's time to make a big life-changing decision. Well, we saw that here, right? This period of you kind of being stagnant and sitting still, and then you exploded yourself out of that, right? My explosion, my firework, my comic book pow, pop, kind of charm. So you've burst out of your shell here, right? You're sitting in the blue, and then here you are, kind of on top of it. You pulled yourself out of it. To make the best choice for you and your future, you need to tap into your spiritual side. What feeds your soul? Are you living truthfully? Let one chapter end and a new one begin. You saw that here. Starting anew. Affirmation. I owe no explanations for doing what is best for me. How true is that? So true. Okay, so let's go to the arms here. So your action item, is following your sense of purpose. This is all about direction. So redefining your new goal. Now you're in a new chapter. So what's your new destination? And here's your soul traveling with you. They carry the Akashic records on their back. Your soul, all your past lifetimes, all your experiences in this lifetime up to this point. You're going to bring all that forward with you. It's your strength, it's your courage, it's your knowledge, your wisdom. But your action item is, what way are you going, right? We saw that here. You're going through the mountains here. So follow your compass. Follow your intuitive guiding star here with your soul coming in. Woo! Balance. We started off with balance. That was your focus for this week. You were already coming into this reading going, I know what I want to get balance in my life. Look, balance is the outcome. What a great card too with your angel. We're getting the repeating 11, the awareness, spiritual awakening and awareness. You're coming to your weekly angel readings to connect with them, hear from them, connect with your soul, build your stronger sense of self and purpose. Oh, it is the right way. The endless possibilities is coming back. We had that here, right? Each point, another opportunity, right? You just kind of unlock and manifest. So the cards are kind of bookending the reading here, but I'm also drawn to sort of the movement that I'm getting out of this card. I don't know if you can see. I don't know where the best place for you. I don't know if you can see. I don't know if you feel that sense too, sort of this quick movement from one opportunity to the next, to next, to next, to next. Like there's acceleration happening here as you embrace this more and more and more, as you embrace your soul purpose, your new goal, and you start heading towards it, right? Your new sense of direction here. It looks like life just kind of accelerates. Gets me excited to see what's going to be happening next week. If you conquer this week, what's going to be up on deck for next week? So beautiful reading for this week. I look forward to seeing you all next week for our angel numbers, and good luck and continued success that I see here. Fantastic.